before.
We're live. The comments are here. So
Oh, cool.
I'm going to tell you a story, and it takes place in Groundhog Land. The Groundhogs of Pennsburg were having a meeting. They invited Princess Groundhog, the princess of groundhogs. They invited Fred, who was just there for the snacks. They invited Lily. Some people called her Princess Positive. They invited Lucy's mom. And they invited Lucy. What song should we sing? What should we sing? Groovy. That's not an answer. Groovy. Okay. A positive song, 'cause I'm positive. How about the hokey pokey? How about instead of the hokey pokey, the groundhog? Groovy. That's it, the groovy groundhog.
Ich kann deutsche Worte singen, hoff so kannst du.
Well, hallo liebe Leute, hey, ich hab etwa, na warte mal. Chris, kannst du kommen?
Ja,
Hey, das ist mein guter Freund, der Chris LaRose.
guter Dog.
Guter Dog, und ich bin der Doug Miedenfort. Was denkst du, sollen wir die ganze Zeit Deutsch schwätzen oder sollen wir Englisch schwätzen?
Ich glaube, ein bisschen Englisch auch.
Glaubst du ein bisschen Englisch? Well, okay, I can do that. Can you speak English?
I'll try.
He'll try.
I'll do my best.
We are here at the Schwenkfelder Museum and Library. Behind us is a big old Conestoga wagon.
That's how I came
That's
today.
how Chris got here today. He just parked it out front and then we brought it in. The horses, did you bring the horses too?
I left them.
Okay. But we are so excited to be here today because we got invited by the good people here at the Schwenkfelder to have a Pennsylvania Dutch style Groundhog Lodge for kids. Now, if there's people out there that have no idea what a Groundhog Lodge is, we're going to tell you all about it. Maybe some of you don't even know, what is this whole Groundhog Day thing? Maybe you don't even understand what that is. That's okay. We're going to tell you. In fact, let's start with that, Chris. Let's tell them the story. What is Groundhog Day? Where does it come from? Why do we celebrate it? Do you know?
I don't know if anybody knows.
Oh, no, there's people that know, Chris, and this is the perfect opportunity to tell all those fine people out there in wherever they're watching from, their kitchen, their living room.
I was told that groundhogs predict the winter.
You predict the winter or the weather?
The weather.
The weather.
Winter.
Oh, well, right. Do you know why it's a groundhog?
Well, I don't know. Why don't you tell me, Doug?
Well, I'll tell you what, before we get any farther, we got to make sure this technology's working on our end.
Is it working?
Hey, everybody, can you hear us? We should have checked this before,
How
we
are
weren't
we going to know
thinking.
if they say yes?
Can you put in the chat bar, wherever you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, if you can hear what we're saying? We're trying to watch now, and we got this camera. It's 2022. We got a camera. We got a laptop. This is crazy stuff, huh? In front of a 200-year-old wagon. Is anybody going to tell us if they can hear us? Can you hear us, good people out there? Nobody wants to say it. There's people watching. I can see the little eyeball tells me that you're watching. Don't be bashful. Let us know. Can you hear us? How about it?
Well, I can hear you. That's probably working.
I can hear you too, but we don't want to go any farther if the people can't hear us. Don't know that I'm on.
Are you allowed to swear?
It was Pennsylvania Dutch. It wasn't a swear word.
Okay.
It was an English.
It softens all
Doug-
swear. Hey, there's someone.
Doug's hat is really cool, says Jeff Marks.
Oh,
Jeff, can you hear us? Please let me know if you can hear us. And yeah, my hat is cool. I'll tell you where I got it from here in a minute. Jeff, are you out there? Let us.
Can you hear us?
Jeff, you are the keystone to this organization
We have an
right
answer.
now. No. Hunter M. Yoder says yeah. All right,
Yeah,
good.
all right,
So
that's
we
good
are,
news.
you can hear us, you can see us. Sometimes it's better if you can only hear us, but we'll go with it today. We got,
Lucky for you, you can't smell us. So
Yeah,
I think we
right.
got our best of
I'll
all
tell you what,
worlds
kids, and I bet you there's a lot of adults joining us today too, because this is an event that it doesn't matter how old you are. We're going to have a lot of fun today. But let's start off with, what the heck is Groundhog Day all about? Well, I'll tell all you good people out there. Did you know? What's the date? When's Groundhog Day officially happen?
I don't know, Doug.
This is my straight man today. He doesn't know anything.
He doesn't tell me anything. He just says, show up, bring your guitar. We're going to do something. All right.
February 2nd. February 2nd. Every year on February 2nd,
On the 2nd.
the groundhog comes out of his little burrow, his hole, his loch, whatever you want to call it.
Sounds like me in the morning.
Right. And what's happened? He gets on, and if he sees his shadow, what happens then? He runs back down in his hole because he gets scared, and that means six more weeks of winter. And if he comes out on the 2nd of February and he doesn't see his shadow, then he's like, well, it's a great day. I'm not afraid of anything. I'm going to stay out because spring's right around the corner. Now, this is an old tradition that us Pennsylvania Dutch brought to America when we came over hundreds of years ago. The tradition actually dates back to Germany and parts of Europe where our ancestors came from, and that goes back hundreds and hundreds of
Now,
years.
do they have groundhogs in Germany?
It's funny you ask, but they don't have groundhogs in Germany because a groundhog is a North American animal. Did you know?
What came out of the ground in Germany then?
Badgers. They used to use a badger in Germany to tell the weather.
Well, that was slightly more hardcore.
Yeah, so that sure was, wasn't it?
It went from fierce to cuddly. I guess
That's right. And they got on, when our ancestors got on the boats and came to America, they brought this tradition with them. But when they got to the Pennsylvania, there's no badgers in Pennsylvania. They're like, what are we going to do now? And there was all these groundhogs all over the place. That thing right there, right. And that's what happened. We, the Pennsylvania Dutch, took this tradition and we adapted a little bit because that's what our forefathers had to do, and our foremothers, they had to adapt to this new country that they were in.
Well, I only had one father. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're funny. And then we had Groundhog Day. And this tradition still is happening, of course. And I bet a lot of people out there, everybody knows Punxsutawney Phil, right? Mm-hmm. This is famous groundhog. Well, we just need to make sure that you know he's not the only groundhog in the game. There's groundhogs all over the place that tell the weather here in southeastern Pennsylvania. One, I have it on good authority that one of them might be coming to talk to us today.
Well, if the groundhog's coming today, then that means we probably don't have a lot of winter left, huh?
Well, we're going to have to find out because we have to see what she says. We got a lady groundhog coming today. Yeah, how about that? And we know that ladies know more than men, right? Mommies know more than daddies, right? But anyway, so what we're going to do today, among the Pennsylvania Dutch, we have this tradition of Groundhog Day, but we also have this tradition of what are known as Groundhog Lodges. And these were started back in the early 1900s when Pennsylvania Dutch men got together once a year in the spring and winter to celebrate this tradition of Groundhog Day. And they'd have a meal, and there'd be all these different parts to these meetings. Now, you and I have been to these Groundhog Lodge meetings, but a lot of people out there in internet land maybe haven't had to. We're bringing it to you today. We're going to try and do exactly kind of the same things that Groundhog Lodges do.
To get you fired up to come out to the ones that we go to.
That's right. So the very first thing usually that happens, or one of the first things that happens at a Groundhog Lodge meeting, is that everybody stands up and we pledge the flag. And we just so happen, if Chris moves a little bit, looky, right there's the fauna. That's the Pennsylvania Dutch word for flag. And we're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance, but we're going to say it in Pennsylvania Dutch. So the way we're going to do this, since not everybody knows it, I'm going to say a line, and Chris and you guys are going to repeat it, okay? We'll say it slow. And you don't have to be able to speak Pennsylvania Dutch to do this. You just have to listen and say what I say.
Well, that's good.
That's
I don't
easy.
know what I'm doing.
Are we ready? So if you're at home, maybe you have a little flag somewhere, or
You can use ours.
you can look in the, you can pledge the one in your computer screen or on your phone. That's right. So I'm going to hand over our heart. We're going to look at the flag. And remember, I'm going to look at the camera so you can hear me better. And then Chris will look at it, and Chris is going to repeat. And you guys repeat what I say line for line. So, okay, are we ready? Fish ready?
Alles bin ready.
All right. Ich verspreche, gedreht zu sein, zu der Fahne, von der Vereinigten Staaten, von Amerika, und zu des Land, für die sie steht, Eland, und ich Gott, ewig vereinigt, mit Freiheit
mit Freiheit
und Gerechtigkeit
und Gerechtigkeit
für alle.
für alle.
That was a lot, wasn't it?
Whew, that was my first time.
To break your tongue a little bit
Yeah.
doing that. But if you made it through, thumbs up. And if you didn't, that's okay too. You can rewind later on today and try it again. In fact, you can bug your parents all day. Every morning you wake up and say, come on, Mom and Dad, we got to pledge a flag in Pennsylvania Dutch. That will warm my heart.
Oh, wouldn't it? Yeah.
All right. So a lot of times at Groundhog Lodges, so all right, we told you a little bit about the history. We pledged the flag.
Mm-hmm.
Now usually what happens is we have a little bit of music. And it just so happens, look at this. He's got his guitar here with us. We want to play a couple songs for you guys today in Pennsylvania Dutch because, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the right thing to do. Let me get my instrument. Where is it? Oh, who is it? So Chris has his guitar. Here's our opportunity to teach everybody a little bit about instruments. Chris, what kind of guitar do you have?
A brown one.
Okay, he's got a brown guitar. Do the brown ones sound different from the other color ones?
They sound a little darker.
They sound a little darker, okay. So, yeah, Chris is playing a Martin guitar. Those are made where?
In Nazareth, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. And I got what looks like a baby guitar, but it isn't a baby guitar. It's called a mandolin. All right.
What flavor are we in?
We're going to flavor it in the key of G, but we're putting these funny things on at 4, okay? So this first song we want to sing for you, and then we might be a little loud. I apologize. We'll step back a little bit. But this song is a traditional Pennsylvania Dutch folk song called Ich und Du, translated as I and you or me and you. And you don't have to understand the words to enjoy the song. Clap along, tap your feet. You'll enjoy it, I hope, right?
Yep.
All right, you ready, Christopher? Let's go.
Ich kann deutsche Worte singen und so kannst du. Welle dann mit anderen singen, sing ich und du. Ich bin froh und ich bin herrlich, wie bist dann du? Ich geh rechnen auf die Karte und so tust du. Oh, wir singen, sing ich und du. Oh, wir platschen, platschen dazu. Viel Leben und schlimmer Fell, wie viel stand du? Gib dem Doktor gar kein Geld, was gibst dann du? Drum fungiere du, ich den Hof nicht tust du. Ich geh zeitig noch in Bett, und so tust du. Oh, wir singen, sing ich und du. Oh, wir platschen, platschen dazu. Na, spiel mal. Wieder. Beides vorstellen. Ich tu allzeit, was ich seh, auf so tust du. Wann ich bist, bin fluch ich nicht, auf nicht tust du. Ich hab so gut Geselligkeit, auf so hast du. Lebendiges Spaß und Herrlichkeit, auf so hast du. Oh, wir singen, sing ich und du. Oh, wir platschen, platschen dazu noch einmal. Oh, wir singen, sing ich und du. Oh, wir platschen, platschen dazu.
Hey, what do you think of that now, huh? That wasn't so bad. Hey, if you have questions or comments, put them in the comment section. We'll try and peek over this music here to see if anybody has questions. We have, my goodness, there's people joining us from Germany today.
Deutschland.
Michael Werner, our good friend, says greetings from Ober-Ulm, which is in the right along the Rhine River Valley. Our good friend Carol Diefenbach's joining us too. Wonderful. Hope. Hey, everybody, put those comments, keep those comments coming. We'll keep, we like to hear what people are saying, right? We got another song. We're going to do 2 more songs, and then we're going to get it. Wait, then we have a special. Then the fun begins.
Oh,
let me
I'm
tell
having
you.
fun
Well,
already.
no, I'm
I
having
don't know what
fun.
you're
Can you
talking about.
imagine the amount of fun we're going to have
Oh,
today?
jeez.
This next song is another traditional Pennsylvania Dutch song called High Lee, High Low. Now, what does that mean?
Does anyone?
I don't know either. That's like, it's like, you know how when you
Silly
sing,
nonsense
when you sing
words.
Deck the Halls at Christmas time, the fa la 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 la's, what does that mean?
So
I
it's
don't know.
a follow la of Dutch.
It's the fa la 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 of Dutch. Yeah, high lee, high low. It's a fun song. It's an old traditional song. If you you can sing along if you know the words, of course, and or just the melody. You'll catch on when you hear it. Okay. Ready?
Wir hätten den Stall voll Allergie, sie stehen in Misch bis an die Knie. Wir schlachten die Kälber, verkaufen die Heid und geben es Geld an die Oberleid. Heili, heilo, heili, heilo, bei uns geht's immer wie länger, wie schlimmer. Heili, heilo, heili, heilo, bei uns geht's immer ja so. Geil im Stall, sie fressen der Haube, der Fläschchen jammere all die Bauern. Wir hätten so lang, wir hätten noch der Geld, wir hocken am Opfer und fiedern die Welt. Heili, heilo, heili, heilo, bei uns geht's immer wie länger, wie schlimmer. Heili, heilo, heili, heilo, bei uns geht's immer ja so. Die Henkel im Stall, die gehen uns tot, wir schlagen sie ins Knick und fressen mit Brot. Die Show vom Himmel, sie kriegt nur weh, wir hängen aus und blicken die Zeh. Heili, heilo, heili, heilo, bei uns geht's immer wie länger, wie schlimmer. Heili, heilo, heili, heilo, bei uns geht's immer ja so. Heili, heilo, heili, heilo, bei uns geht's immer wie länger, wie schlimmer. Heili, heilo, heili, heilo, bei uns geht's immer ja so.
Hey, now what'd you think of that, huh? That's some good stuff right there, isn't it, Bruder?
I wish we wrote that.
I wish we did. Hey, did we? No, we didn't.
No,
We
we
can't. We
could've.
can't take credit for that. We can't.
How
take
old is that one, Doug?
Pretty old. How's that sound?
Older than you?
Older than me. Maybe as old as the Conestoga Waggy behind us. I don't know.
Ain't that something?
I need to switch instruments. How long you been playing your guitar, Chris?
Oh, 15 years. I
15
think.
years. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We got any more comments there? This guy likes scrapple and sauerkraut. Well, so do I.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, right. Who doesn't? All right, one more song, and then we got then it's happening.
Then
Boys and
it's
girls.
happening.
Then that's hey, here's one that you know the melody to. This is an old American folk song tune, but we're gonna sing it to you in Pennsylvania Dutch, and you might even hear some animal sounds involved in this one. Oh boy.
Did we bring them today?
Well, I think they're gonna. I think the animals are behind the wagon.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. We'll
Don't
find
make
out.
promises you
Oh,
can't keep.
I think we
though.
got it. I think we got it. Are we ready now?
I think
This is
so.
called My Vater und Mutter sind Deutsch, which in Pennsylvania Dutch translates into My Mom and My Dad are Pennsylvania Dutch. And each verse to this song is singing about something else that's Pennsylvania Dutch. They're going to live on a farm that's Pennsylvania Dutch. They're going to have a cow that's Pennsylvania Dutch. There's going to have a cat that's Pennsylvania Dutch, and they're going to have a dog that's Pennsylvania Dutch. That may be why you might hear these animal noises if the animals feel so moved.
Well, now
right?
do they have an accent?
Do animals have accents
Have
in
a Dutch
Pennsylvania
accent?
Dutch? Well, sure they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to explain that one to me a little.
Well, you
bit.
just listen and then you see.
All
if you
right.
can figure
I'll
it
be
out.
listening for the PA Dutch cow.
PA Dutch Kassan. You got it.
All right.
All right. My Vater und Mutter sind Deutsch. 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 Und ich bin Deutscher. Und ich bin Deutscher. Und ich bin Deutscher. My Vater und Mutter sind Deutsch. Und ich bin Deutscher. Wir leben auf die Bauerei. Wir leben auf die Bauerei. Wir leben auf die Bauerei. Und die ist Deutscher. Und die ist Deutscher. Und die ist Deutscher. Wir leben
Ready now? Ready? Mir hennen Kuh, ik blende rom. Mir hennen Kuh, ik blende rom. Mir hennen Kuh, ik blende rom. Und die ist ein Job. Und die ist ein Job. Und die ist ein Job. Mir hennen Kuh, ik blende rom. Und die ist ein Job.
You weren't lying.
Wir hennen Katz, sie trinkt der Rum. Wir hennen Katz, sie trinkt der Rum. Wir hennen Katz, sie trinkt der Rum. Und sie ist ein Job. Und die ist ein Job. Und die ist ein Job. Wir hennen Katz, sie trinkt der Rum. Und sie ist ein Job. Wir hennen Hund, da jagt die Katz. Wir hennen Hund, da jagt die Katz. Wir hennen Hund, da jagt die Katz. Und da ist ein Job. Wuff, und da ist ein Job. Wuff, und da ist ein Job. Wuff, wir hennen Hund, da jagt die Katz. Und da ist ein Job. Wuff, 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 wuff.
Oh, hot diggity
I
dog.
told you, didn't those sound Pennsylvania
So
Dutch?
not so schlecht.
So that's so schlecht. Did you know that animals speak Pennsylvania Dutch too?
I guess they do.
Yeah, moo, ah, and woof.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do for mom and dad in the first verse.
Either
because
one of those.
My mom and dad were always yelling at me when I was a kid, so I didn't want to yell. You know what I mean? They were yelling at how good I was as a kid.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Well, good people, we got more comments coming in. I hate to come, I have to move closer because my eyes ain't so good as what they used to be. Carol Diefenbach said she felt the moo all the way in Burnville.
Oh man.
That caused really big,
That's
Carol.
some power there.
That is some power. You know what, Christopher?
Huh.
I think it's time.
What are we doing?
Why, it's time for our special guest.
Oh boy.
You know-
No, who is it?
You don't know who's coming? Oh, well, let me tell you. See if you can, do you see her anywhere? Oh,
No, what? Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Is that a?
Yeah.
Is that really?
Yeah.
That's a groundhog.
It's not just a groundhog.
The groundhog.
It's Pennsburg. Polly is with us
Pennsburg
today.
Polly.
Come on, stand between us.
Oh,
She got your pretty dress on. She's all ready to go out today. Hey, now this is the point of a Groundhog Lodge when normally, you know, the groundhog's got to give his or her weather report, the Wetterbericht. Well, it's time for that right now. Now, Polly, it's so good to see you again. Oh, yes, she can speak English too. No matter, I didn't think they could talk.
Well, you said they spoke Dutch.
I
That's
thought
pretty
they spoke
impressive.
Dutch. This is Pennsburg. Polly is bilingual.
Wow.
We do things different here.
Oh my goodness. Well, do you have a weather forecast for us this year?
I do.
Okay. Are you going to tell us, or are you going to act it on?
I think I should act it out. What do you guys
Oh my
think?
God! So
I'm
we have to figure out what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this isn't normally how it's done, but that's okay. We like to do things on the fly here in
So
Pennsburg.
we're gonna find out if there's more snow or not.
We're gonna find out what the weather's gonna be like. Pennsburg Polly's gonna tell us. She's gonna tell us
Right.
maybe about winter and spring. I think she's also gonna tell us what to look for in the summer and the fall too.
Oh.
Maybe she's really smart. She
That's
can see.
something.
She can
Okay.
see months down the road. All right, Pennsburg Polly, are you ready? So you've come out of your loch. Okay. Okay. Yes. Hands in the air, like I just
Stretching.
don't care.
Jumping jacks. Dancing.
She's dancing.
She likes dancing.
Hey, do you dance when it's warm? When it's warmer outside?
I do sometimes.
Yeah.
It's hard not to.
Is it? Well, let's find out.
Wait a minute. What's that?
Pennsburg,
She's sleeping.
she's sleeping now. Oh my God! I thought she was okay.
Well, I
are
get
you
tired
sleeping? Are you
after I
sleeping for a
dance.
long time or a really short time? Long time. Well, okay, we got the first part done. Let's find out. 6 more weeks of winter. Oi, 6 more weeks
Oh,
of winter,
boy,
says
yeah.
Pennsburg Polly.
I'm
What
excited.
about I like winter.
I just got a new jacket, so now I get to wear it.
Well, that's great. What about summer, Polly? What's summer gonna be like? What do you think, Chris? What would you interpret that as?
More dancing.
More dancing. Oh, hot.
Hot.
Summer's gonna be hot
Hot. And foggy.
and swimming. You're gonna
It's
swim a lot.
hot
You're gonna.
swimming.
Oh, so Polly's gonna swim a lot. So it's gonna be a hot summer.
swimming.
Is it? I need to ask this one. Is it gonna be humid? Oh no, hot and humid.
Hot and humid.
Okay. How's my garden gonna do this year, Polly? Good or That's great. It's going
Lots
to be
of
great.
rain.
Corn this tall, right? Is that what you're
Hot,
saying?
humid
The
rain.
corn's going to be this tall this year. Okay, fall. Are we going to have, what's fall? Is winter going to come early in 2022? Or is fall going to be mild? What do you think? Polly, what do you see in the future? She doesn't know. Or
Can't see that far.
I don't know. Come on now.
There's
She's
fog
got
in
it.
the
Let
way.
her think. Let her think. Let her think. She see flowers.
Oh.
She's got flowers in her hair and dancing.
I gotta pet my flowers too.
Does that help? I think fall's gonna be good.
Is that
Fall's gonna be nice.
A good, nice
Oh,
fall.
so no snow at
mild.
Halloween. No snow at Halloween. Okay. Mild,
not
nice
spooky
fall. Okay. And last question, Polly. Look into the future.
What are the lottery numbers?
No, not yet. White Christmas. Yes or no?
Tapping the flower.
Yeah.
Thinking
That's
flowers.
the power. The power comes from
Power
the floor.
Snow.
White
We're
Christmas.
getting snow
Polly
by
says a
Christmas.
white Christmas this year. Polly, we get the whole deal. Most of these groundhogs only give us like Punxsutawney Phil. 6 weeks of winter, early spring, and then he's done.
That's all he can do.
That's done. We got Polly here. Polly gave us the
I think
whole
we need to
year.
give her
So
the
real
job.
quick. With 6 more weeks of winter, a pretty good spring once it gets
Hot-
here.
hot,
Hot and
humid,
humid summer,
And rainy.
a nice fall,
Mild
and
fall.
a white Christmas.
Snow
My
Christmas.
goodness. So that's your weather forecast from Pennsburg, Polly. Give her a round of applause if you're at home. I'm going to. That's wonderful. I got to get a crown of flowers. Maybe I can predict things too if I have
Yeah, you
that.
can put one on your
My
hat.
new hat, yeah. So what normally happens next at a Groundhog Lodge meeting is, this is a really important part of the Groundhog Lodge meeting. We do the oath, or what's known in Pennsylvania Dutch as the Verbinnerij. And this is where everybody has to get involved. You're going to get an opportunity to talk Dutch again. I need everybody, wherever you are, to stand up. We'll give everybody a chance to stand up. Maybe
We're
Mom
gonna
and Dad-
know if you're not standing.
That's right.
so
We
you
can
better
sense
do
it. We can sense it. And once you are standing,
I don't think Jeff Mark's standing.
we
yet.
got people that's saying they're standing, they're good, they're ready to go. The next thing we have to do is we have to assume the position. And what that means in Pennsylvania Dutch is what we put our little groundhog paws in the air like this. Take your little paws and you put them up. And I'm going to say a sentence in Pennsylvania Dutch, and these guys are going to repeat it. And you repeat it with them, and we'll all take our oath together. And then I'll tell you what you promised to do afterwards. You got to promise it first. Are we okay? Are we ready, everybody?
Mhm.
Okay. I say it, you repeat. If you're a boy, you say Bruder. If you're a girl, you say Schwester. Okay? All right, here we go. Boys first, because B comes before S. Ich bin ein Bruder.
Ich
Ich
bin
bin
ein
ein Bruder.
Now, if you're a girl, ich bin ein Schwester.
Ich bin eine Schwester.
Grundsau.
Grundsau.
Ich verspreche,
Ich verspreche,
my Ohren zu putzen,
My
mein
Ohren
Ohr
zu
zu
putzen,
putzen,
da Dreck rauszunehmen,
da
da
Dreck
Dreck
rauszunehmen,
rauszunehmen,
my Hände zu waschen,
my
mein
Hände
Hemd
zu
zu
wäschen,
wäschen,
my Haar zu strahlen
my
mein
Haar
Haar
zu
zu
strahlen
strahlen
und mein Loch zu putzen.
und
und
mein
mein
Loch
Loch
zu
zu
putzen.
putzen.
You are now an official groundhog brother or sister for saying your oath. Congratulations. Now, do you know what you promised to do? Because you just took an oath. You promised to do something. Did you figure out from what we were doing what you had to do? You first off said, I am a brother or sister groundhog. And then you said, I promise to clean my ears, to take the trash out, to wash your hands, to comb your hair, and to keep your burrow clean. You could convert your bedroom for your burrow, okay? Unless you do have a hole in the ground somewhere that you can go and play it. I don't know, it's 2022, maybe they do. You have now been officially groundhogged. How's that sound? Pennsburg Polly, I am so glad that you came today. The show's not over, we have more coming, but Pennsburg Polly's got another date. She's going out for supper with her friends, the other groundhogs, I guess, before winter really strikes, because you know it's 6 more weeks. She's going to get before the next storm comes along. Pennsburg Polly, thank you so much for coming. Can we hug Pennsburg Polly? Oh, Pennsburg Polly. Oh, a group hug.
Group hug. Now, see, I get 2 of them.
You get 2. Be
That's
safe
why
going
you
home,
gotta go in for
Pennsburg
the group
Polly.
hug.
Hi, everybody! Have a good Christmas!
Pennsburg Polly just wished you a Merry Christmas in Pennsylvania Dutch. How great is that? She's looking ahead to the future. Did you hear that? She said, Holly Grish dog. She's so excited she didn't know what holiday it was.
Yeah.
These things happen sometimes. Now, the next part of the show, in a Pennsylvania Dutch Groundhog Lodge meeting, this is where some guy gets up and gives a talk. Sometimes it's jokes, sometimes it's dumb stories, and everybody sits and laughs. The whole thing's in Pennsylvania Dutch. But I figured not everybody watching today can speak Pennsylvania Dutch, so it wouldn't make any sense for me to stand here and talk to you for 10 minutes all in Pennsylvania Dutch. But what I thought we could do was take the opportunity to teach all of you guys just a couple Pennsylvania Dutch words and phrases. How's that sound? You ready to help me, Chris?
Yeah.
All right. So let's learn a way of saying hello. Let's do that. We'll get that one out of the way. This way, these are all things that you can practice with your parents or with your friends and teach them Pennsylvania Dutch. All right. So one way of saying hello in Pennsylvania Dutch is Goeda dog. Say that with me. Goeda dog. One more time. Goeda dog. So now you got a way of saying hello. What's next? How about, think about it. When you meet somebody, you could say, hey, hello. And then what might you ask them? How are you doing? How's it going? So let's learn that phrase. Are you ready? It's easy. It's not that bad. You can do this. I'll say it. You repeat it. Wie bist du? Wie bist du? One more time. Wie bist du? Got that? Wie bist du? It's simple. 3 little words. How are you? Wie bist du? So now if somebody asks you that, then you got to be like, well, I got to say something back, right? So we'll keep it simple. We'll learn how to say, I'm good, or I'm not too good. I'm not having a good day. We'll keep them simple. But of course, you're all going to say, right? So if you're doing well and you want to say, I'm doing great or I'm doing really well, here's the phrase. 3 little words in Pennsylvania Dutch. You ready? Ich bin gut. One more time. Ich bin gut. One more time. Ich bin gut. All right, that's easy. Now, what if you're not doing well? We're going to say the same first 2 words, but we're going to replace the last word from gut to the word for bad in Pennsylvania Dutch, which is schlecht. So now I'll say it slowly. You repeat with me. Start with ich. Oh, Christopher. Ich bin schlecht. One more time. Ich bin schlecht. And one last time. Ich bin schlecht. Okay, so now you're at the end of a conversation. You probably want to say goodbye. This is one of my favorite phrases in Pennsylvania Dutch. It's 2 words, just 2 little words. Are you ready? I'll say it and you repeat it. Max gut. Max gut. Max gut. So now you can have a little conversation with your friend or your parents. We'll do it. Chris and I are going to model it for you, and you can do it at home with your friends or your mom or your dad or your brother or whoever. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So all things, we can walk up to somebody and say, hi, how are you? Answer the question, and then say goodbye. Ready? We'll model it for you guys.
Okay, yeah, here we go.
Goeda dog.
Guter dog.
Wie bist du?
Ich bin gut. Wie bist du?
Ich bin gut.
Oh, yeah.
Mach's gut.
Hey, Max gut.
How simple is that? We had a whole conversation.
easy.
We had a conversation in Pennsylvania Dutch, and you can do that too. All you gotta do is practice a little bit. That's awesome, right? I thought it was.
Now, how do you say really good?
So the word for really in Pennsylvania Dutch is aardig. That's one word that where I came from in Northern Berks County, we say aardig. So you could say, ich bin aardig gut, or ich bin aardig schlecht. Oh. So this, you could spice up your conversation a little bit by throwing that in there. One last thing. I think we should also teach them from 0 to 10. Okay. So they know at least they're simple numbers, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to say the number. You repeat it. We'll do each one twice. We'll go from 0 to 10. Okay,
all right.
In Pennsylvania. All right, here we go. Null.
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 Ein.
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 Zwei.
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 Dry.
Drei.
Dry.
Drei.
Vier.
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 Fünf.
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 Sechs.
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 Sieben.
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 Acht.
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 Nine.
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 Saya.
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 Ready? Chris and I'll do it. You can, if you got them in your head already, that'd be amazing. You can say them with us, but we'll go 0 to 10, not stopping. Are you ready?
All right.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Saya.
They're fluent now.
You guys are on the road to fluency.
Won't be but a few weeks.
And what's really cool, guys, is that maybe if you're Pennsylvania Dutch, maybe what we just taught you is exactly the language that your grandparents or your great-grandparents spoke when they were kids with their family. Or maybe your whole family, like all the way back to the people that got on the boat and came over, they spoke that language. It's still alive, guys. You kept it alive. We just passed it on and helped you guys. So you are helping all of us keep this language alive. It's not dead. It's out there. Look, we just learned how to count from 0 to 10. We said hello. We asked how everybody's doing. You're able to respond to that question. So maybe if your family history is really long and deep, like a lot of the Pennsylvania Dutch people have, you might now be the 10th generation that has spoken Pennsylvania Dutch here in America. How cool is that? That's really cool, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Before we say goodbye,
we're leaving already.
Well, not yet. No, not yet.
Oh,
we have
getting warm.
I'm getting really warm. Let me tell you. We were asked to play a couple more songs.
Oh, okay.
Since you brought your guitar, we thought we might use it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. So I have to find the song. Just give me 1 second, guys.
We're gonna make one up on the spot or what?
No, we're not gonna make it up. We're gonna do songs that we know.
Oh, I'm glad you know.
Somebody has to.
Where are we at?
We're starting on this page, right?
That one, okay. Hey,
hey, this song we're gonna do next is another one that a lot of people know because it was traditionally an American folk song that was sung in English and that somebody translated into Pennsylvania Dutch. That happens a lot sometimes. You take a song that you like and you put it in Pennsylvania Dutch.
Did you do it?
I helped, let's just say.
Yeah?
That. So this song is, in English, it's, oh, she's coming around the mountain, which I know most, you guys all know that, right? Oh, she's coming around the mountain when she comes. But we're going to sing it for you in Pennsylvania Dutch, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Which is Sie komt rum de Barry. Barry is mountain in Pennsylvania Dutch, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready, Christopher?
I hope so.
No animal sounds in this song. Well, maybe we can throw one in because there's a verse about an animal.
Wasn't this about trains or no?
No, there's no train.
Oh, I thought it was. Never mind.
I get this guy that goes with me on these shows and he doesn't know. Anyway, we got ghosts in here.
All right.
All right, here we go. Oh, sie komt rum de body, want sie komt. Oh, sie komt rum de body, want sie komt. Oh, sie komt rum de body, no want sie moet body, oh, sie komt rum de body, want sie komt. Sie drives XY style, want sie komt. Sie drives XY style, want sie kommt. Sie drives XY style, selektione mich style. Sie drives XY style, want sie kommt. Om je gene nou sie sene, want sie kommt. Om je gene nou sie sene, want sie kommt. Ja, wir gehen aus die Szene, wir wissen, sie ist schöner. Wir gehen aus die Szene und sie kommt an vielmal. Wir hen hinkugnet, want sie kommt. Wir hen hinkugnet, want sie kommt. Ja, wir hen hinkugnet, no morgen dick und fett. Wir hen hinkugnet, want sie kommt. Let's do that first verse again, ready? Sie kommt rum de Panik, want sie kommt. Oh, sie kommt rum de Panik, want sie kommt. Oh, sie kommt rum de Panik, no want sie in Volkspanik. Oh, sie kommt rum de Panik, want sie kommt. How about that? Did you know what horse? I said that not. Do you know what? I didn't say that. Do you know what animal was making that scene? What animal was I making the sound of in that song?
Goat?
A goat? A gaze? No, I didn't say the word gaze. No, I said guile, which is it's a plural, so it's a certain animals. Horses. That's right. How about that? Chris and I didn't practice this next song, but we're going to sing it for you anyway because I think Chris is a really talented guitar player. He can make it up. We're going to sing this one right here.
Can I make that up?
Yep, it's in the key of G.
Oh,
so
same song,
the
different
same
lyrics.
song, different lyrics. One of the big parts of the Pennsylvania Dutch culture is that a lot of our forefathers and foremothers were farmers. Mm-hmm. We were an agricultural society. We lived on farms and we farmed because that's what farmers do, right? Mm-hmm. And then they took their goods to market in big Conestoga wagons like this way back in the day. So there's a famous song in English called Home on the Range. But the Pennsylvania Dutch version is the old farm, the Altbauerei. And it's such a good song. And it's one that always tugs at my heartstrings because it's singing about life on the farm. And that's our DNA, right? Our American DNA is in that. So, die Altbauerei.
Oh, für was bin ich von der Altbauerei, dat wordt auf alles gedreht. Wo gar nix ausgeht, als man noch nicht versteht, daheim auf der Altbauerei. Die Altbauerei, dat waren die Kälber und Sei. Dat war gar nix letzt, es war nimm mir ein Gretz, daheim auf die Altbauerei. Ich komm alle da zu die Neubauerei, im Himmel, wo alles ist fein. Mein Freund seh ich gorn, es ist die letzte Gorn, daheim auf die Altbauerei. Die Neubauerei, dort sind die Leute heilig und frei. Die Freundschaft ist dort, sie gegnen wie fort, daheim auf die Altbauerei.
Isn't that a nice little song, Chris?
Cell
Rocher. How about it? What do you want to sing next, Chris, for these fine people? How about an old gospel?
Gospel tune. I
Yeah,
like the gospel.
the Pennsylvania Dutch, and you know, things change in history as time goes on. But if you go back in our history, we said a lot of the Pennsylvania Dutch were farmers. Well, a lot of the Pennsylvania Dutch were people that went to church too, whether they were Lutheran or Reformed or Schwenkfelder or Moravian, or you can list all these different churches that the Pennsylvania Dutch belonged to. So we decided we want to do these one kind of, not a churchy song, but a song that references our shared faith. So, and you don't have to be religious to sing this song. It's a fun song. Again, it was one that was traditionally in English, but we put it into Pennsylvania Dutch, and it's called I Belong to the Band. It's actually an old gospel song from the late 1800s, but we're going to sing it for you today in 2022, but in Pennsylvania Dutch. Ich kehr zu der Band. As soon as Chris gets himself in tune.
I think we're there.
You ready, Bruder? Okay. Hallelujah, hallelujah, ich kehr zu der Band, hallelujah, 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 ich kehr zu der Band, hallelujah. Was für ein Band, Wappels, du River, Wappel, eben ein Christian Band, ich kehr zu der Band, hallelujah. Was for a band, Wappels to River, Wappel, even a Union band. Ich kehr zu a band, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Ich kehr zu a band, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Ich kehr zu a band, hallelujah. Ein von der Mario wird nicht lang zu Ruf, schon nicht mehr kann. Ich kehr zu der Band, Halleluja. Ein von der Dog-Out, halbe Acht, des Altwelt, der Schokolade Rock. Ich kehr zu der Band, Halleluja. Halleluja, Halleluja. Ich kehr zu der Band, Halleluja. Hallelujah, hallelujah, ich kehr zu der Band, hallelujah,
Bitte zum Himmel hockte ich, fragte Hafer, Jane Cromley, ich kehr zur Band, Hallelujah, 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 ich kehr zur Band, Hallelujah, 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 ich kehr zur Band, Hallelujah. How about that?
Hey, that was fun.
Now here's the thing, like, that song is super old, but we were playing it kind of like it was new, right?
Almost, yeah.
And it also shows that this language that we're speaking, Pennsylvania Dutch, everybody thinks, oh, that's old, nobody does it anymore. But it's coming at you. You're hearing it. You're hearing it. We're doing it.
boy.
It's out there. It's out there. It's out there.
You're going to be hearing it when you go to the store or you go out. Someday you're going to start hearing words, Dutch words, coming
Just
down
coming.
the street, sneaking up on you.
2 more songs, guys.
Two more.
2 more. And this one, you out there are getting the world premiere
World
of
premiere.
this next song.
Now, how do you say that in Dutch?
Well, premiere. I
Well,
guess I don't know the
premiere.
word for premiere in Pennsylvania Dutch. I'd have to think about it. It's premiere. That's the word. Now listen. So Chris and I do a lot of music, and we work with other good friends of ours that do music too. So this next song, like I said, first time anybody's gonna hear it, except for like, I've heard it before, and the guy that wrote it with me heard it before, but that's it.
Well, what's
So,
his name?
His name, this next song, has been a collaboration between myself and the one and only Dave Klein. Maybe some of you guys out there know
I
Dave
know
Klein from
Dave.
Berks County. He's a musician. He does everything, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we wrote a new song called, okay, get this, I'm gonna describe it. The Pennsylvania Dutch have a lot of great food, right? I mean,
Yep.
really good food. Red beet eggs, stuffed pig stomach,
Mhm.
Lebanon bologna, all these different things. But there's a dish also that the Pennsylvania Dutch are really famous for called pot pie.
Oh, yeah.
Now, here's another learning experience for you, a teachable moment, as we say. In some parts of the country, in America, if you say pot pie, it's an actual pie with like a crust, and inside is meat and vegetables and like gravy sauce.
I'll tell you one thing. That's not pot
That's
pie.
not pot pie. That's right. If you're a good
Not
little
pot
Pennsylvania
pie.
Dutch boy or girl, you're
That's
gonna say
not pie.
That's gonna say no, sir. That is not a pot pie, because Pennsylvania Dutch pot pie is a soup or a stew
in a pot.
in a pot. That's right. Made in a pot. That's right.
Mhm.
So we wrote a song, and you can make ham pot pie. You can make
Chicken.
beef pot pie. If you're really scraping,
Vegetarian.
squirrel pot pie, vegetarian pot pie. Sure, you can have vegetarian pot pie. But my favorite pot pie is chicken pot pie. And we decided, Dave and I, we're going to write a song about chicken pot pie. You guys are hearing it for the first time. I hope you enjoy it. So this is called, as we say in Pennsylvania Dutch, Hinkel Pot Boy, chicken pot pie.
Hinkelbutt boy, I'll believe a Hinkelbutt boy. Boy, you're in the middle of my window. If you act Schneider, just away. Hinkelbutt boy, I'll believe a Hinkelbutt boy. Hopp es Hinkelgut, Hick more less Fleisch. Du es in die Hafer, so enfrei. Hinkelbutt boy, I'll believe a Hinkelbutt boy. In die Kirche, ich und du, Fleisch mit den Nudeln, probieren dazu. Hinkelbutt boy, I'll believe a Hinkelbutt boy. Plain of any celery, half und Salz, rear a small room where Essen is all. Hinkelbutt boy, I'll believe a Hinkelbutt boy. Loss is my papa, and should not say, I'll komma, knuckle of me. Hinkelbutt boy, Hinklebutt boy, alle Äppelieber, Hinklebutt boy, Hinklebutt boy, Hinklebutt boy, alle Äppelieber, Hinklebutt boy.
You are the first to hear it. And that song is all about how we make chicken pot pie.
And now they're gonna be making some after the
I
show.
hope so, because that's a perfect meal on a day like today when it's good and cold. We made the noodles in the song with the flour and the eggs. We cooked the chicken. What else did we all do? We put in potatoes and celery, salt, pepper. We stirred it all up. We let it cook for a while, and then we sang about everybody's gonna come over, and then you're gonna have to cook more because that's what you're gonna have to do because it's so delicious.
Yeah, you finish making it, all of a sudden your friends are in your living room waiting for it, and then they eat it all before you get it.
Now, if you've never had chicken pot pie, you ask your mom or your dad or your grandmother or your grandfather, hey, I want some chicken pot pie. And trust me, they're going to be like, oh, the day has come. Thank God. And then you're going to love it. You're going to love it. I guarantee it. Well, everybody, dear kids, we have one more song we want to do for you guys. And then we're going to have to say goodbye. And I know there's other stuff coming. If you stay on the Schwenkfelders Facebook page, there's some other videos coming to do more activities with Groundhog Day. But we want to sing one more song for you guys, and then we'll officially say goodbye. And we'll practice that phrase that we learned earlier. Hopefully you still remember it. I hope you still remember it. Now Chris has to tune again.
It's cold in here. My guitar don't like it, Doug.
This next song is an old song, and I'll bet you some of you out there have seen a movie called Pitch Perfect. That's a popular movie for a lot of teenagers and younger kids. And this song comes from that movie, Pitch Perfect. Or at least they sang it in that movie.
Don't tell them it comes from that movie.
It doesn't, I apologize.
Because that song is about 100 years old.
That's right.
Now.
It's a lot older than Pitch
That
Perfect.
song is 100 years old, believe it or not.
Pitch Perfect made it re-famous.
100 years old. Almost as old as Doug.
Sheer Gore, almost. Sheer Gore. This is in the movie. It's called. It's not called. It's not called the Cup Song too. They call it the Cup Song in there, but it's When I Go or Long Ticket for a Long Way Round. We're gonna sing it though in Pennsylvania Dutch called Wanneer, and then we're gonna have to say goodbye, dear friends. But let's sing one more song for me, right?
Ik krieg mein Zettel für de lange Weg. 2 Flaschen Milch für die Zeit. Und ich dich gern habe, du bist dabei. Marian, geh, fuck mal weg in das Wein. Wann ich geh. Ich werd dir fehlen, wann ich geh. Du sagst nie, was ich mach, du sagst nie, wie ich lach. Ich werd dir fehlen, du magst sehen. Ich krieg mein Zettel für de lange Weg. Das Schönste, was mir finden kann. Es hat Maria und Dale ganz wunderbar. Als ich dir den weiße dann, wann ich geh. Ich werd dir fehlen, wann ich geh. Du sagst nie, was ich mach, du sagst nie, wie ich lach. Ich werd dir fehlen, du watch, say, let's feel on. Ich krieg mein Zettel für de lange Weg. Kann nicht bleiben, wo ich bin. Ich denk den ganzen Sommer mit dir. Für dieses Lied, das ich sing. Wann ich geh. Ich werd dir fehlen, wann ich geh. Du sagst nie, was ich mach, du sagst nie, wie ich lach. Ich werd dir fehlen, du watch say. Ich werd dir fehlen, du watch say.
How about that?
Woo! That's fun.
Well, dear Booba and Madel, at the end of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, maybe you know that story. Ebenezer Scrooge wakes up Christmas morning and has totally changes, right? He was this angry old grumpy guy. And then the ghosts visit him at the end of the movie, at the end of the story. He's like, oh, I've seen the light, right? And the line in that book is, I will promise to keep Christmas in my heart all year long. And we're going to change that just for you guys today, because
Doug's tearing up thinking about it.
I want all of you to keep Groundhog Day in your hearts all year long. We would like to thank the Schwenkfelders for allowing us to come down and be with you guys today. It was so much fun. We hope that you enjoyed it. This show will get archived on their YouTube channel and also on their Facebook page so that you can share it with your friends. Just click the link and send the link on. Tell your friends about all the good things that are happening here at the Schwenkfelder. Make sure you follow them on all the social media stuff that's out there. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And if you like what we do, check us out. We're the Broken Spokes. We have a Facebook page, and I have a YouTube channel. It's all Pennsylvania Dutch stuff. So if you want to learn more about Pennsylvania Dutch or learn to speak a little bit more Pennsylvania Dutch, come on over to our stuff and check our page out too. It has been an absolute joy and pleasure being with all of you today. We hope you enjoyed. We hope that you liked meeting Pennsburg Polly, because that was a big deal for me, meeting Pennsburg Polly.
Where is Pennsburg?
Pennsburg Polly's out partying with her friends.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
She did her business and then she had to go. Remember,
Yeah,
she was so excited.
She's busy.
She's
booked
busy.
up
She's
solid.
got probably a couple other shows to do yet today. Do you remember the phrase that we learned for saying goodbye? You remember it, don't you?
I remember. I'll tell you if you forget.
All right, everybody. On the count of 3, we're going to say it, and then we're going to leave you guys until next time we see you. How's that sound?
All right.
1, 2,
2, 3.
Max gut.